So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't know. I guess it was something with my connection or something. But running it back. Let's go. Where everybody at? Tap in. Tap the fuck in. Y'all know what time it is. This one's about the exes. All of my exes then tried to come back. Sad situation, but it's the truth. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. I only been in a couple of real relationships. I only had three real relationships my whole life. I wasn't the type that be in a relationship with a lot of women. So, give y'all the real on what a real relationship is. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. I'm 35. I've been dating, what, 20, 25 years now? And only three relationships. That should tell you something. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. Y'all ready for this? Come on in. Come sit down. Come hear what the fuck going on. Hold on. Yeah. Y'all ready? All right. So out of my three relationships I done had, let me break them all down. The very first one was a girl named Diane. I met her back when I was like 18, 17, 18, 19, somewhere around that time. Well, me and her, we ended up getting serious real quickly. We was digging each other. Everything was fine. Family members love each other. We all locked in. You know what I'm saying? Sex good. Everything was on point. I'm making the money, so I'm taking care of everything. It was lovely. So I declared that a relationship within the first 2, 3 months. You know what I'm saying? We was together. It was just all flowing so well. So we was in a relationship, and I'm paying for everything. All she got to do is show up. I got everything handled. You know what I'm saying? It was a damn good thing. Because at the time I wasn't even tripping. It was my first relationship. I figured that's what you was just supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So at the beginning, it was lovely. Wasn't no problems. Everything was a-okay. Let me hit the chats real quick. Hasi, what's that word? Can you say hello from Turkey live like this? What's the deal, Turkey? I got love out there. I fuck with y'all too. Let's run it up. All right. Now, like I was saying, with the relationship, everything was good. Everything was flowing right. Wasn't no issues. You know what I'm saying? We was like this for months. You know what I'm saying? So I already did a live about this, but I'm gonna just skim through it real quick, just so y'all can understand what I'm saying about this relationship stuff. So anyway, a couple months went down the line. I had got an apartment in the suburbs. I moved her out there with me. We was doing that. I'm paying all the bills. She wasn't even cooking, cleaning, nothing. You know what I'm saying? She was just living a life. You feel me? And I was supplying it. I was making sure she was good. Fast forward the tape, she had got pregnant on me. It wasn't mine. Come to find out it was my homeboy baby. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, our relationship was perfect. I never put my hands on her. We ain't never had no serious arguments. I didn't have to raise my voice. I can't even raise my voice. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I raise my voice so high, I'm a loser. Like, so it was never like that. None of it. We had a perfect relationship. We was always together. We was always doing, his and her things. We was going out all the time. We taking pictures. We posting the pictures all on social media. How we in love. Everybody know that we love each other. We together. This is a well known thing to everybody. So this wasn't nothing private, on the low or none of that. Everybody knew about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, time went on. She got pregnant. And I knew it wasn't mine. You know what I'm saying? I knew it wasn't mine. But she was just trying to play me. So to all the way to the left, like I was stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know for most men, but when you have a kid, you know it's your kid. You know what I'm saying? You feel that shit on the inside of you. You know what I'm saying? When a woman say that she is pregnant and it's your child, you know that instantly. You know what I'm saying? As a real man, you would know, like, yeah, that's mine. Because you would have that good feeling, like, yeah, that's my kid. You know what I'm saying? When she told me that, I didn't have that feeling. Mind you, this was my first time even dealing with a situation like that. But I did not have that feeling at all. You know what I'm saying? And I come from a well-oriented family. My mother and my father was married and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't speaking from no bitter point of view or none of that. This is real shit. I never had that type of feeling. So I always knew it wasn't mine anyway, on top of all the little technicalities that was going on with the situation. But anyway, when I found out she was fucking around with my mans, I broke up with her, you know. I broke up with her, and basically she called herself living her best life. Like I was holding her back, you know what I'm saying, from being something. When in all actuality, I was taking care of her. I taught her how to drive. I helped her get a license, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But after the relationship was over and all that, she ran around the streets trying to play it like I was tying her down and stopping her from progress and bunch of bullshit. I don't give a fuck. So we broke up. We went our ways. We doing our thing, right? I'm going up. I keep elevating. You know what I'm saying? So I'm elevating here a couple of years, maybe like 2 years that went by since me and her broke up. She on my head. You know what I'm saying? Like she see me in the streets, she see me in the mall, all type of places. Anywhere she see me, she on my head. And for a minute, I thought she was following me. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was just weird as hell because she was just always popping up to wherever I be at. You know what I'm saying? That shit was just crazy, man. So anyway, she always on my head. I'm not fucking with her. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't fuck plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't fucking with her. Like, yeah, we gonna be back together and none of that. Like, hell no. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, she just see me going up and up over the years. So she on my ass. She trying to get back in a relationship with me. She wanna have these talks and all of this shit. Nah, we through. I don't do second chances. You know what I'm saying? When you fuck up that first round, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? I don't do no round twos, none of that shit. Once you get that cat up, it ain't mine no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it no more. I'm not claiming it again. I'm not spinning the block for that again. No, I'm straight. Now, like I said, we can fuck with whatever because, it is what it is. And with a situation like that, I fuck with them because I was in a relationship with that person. You know what I'm saying? So I do kind of got attached to that person, even though our relationship is over. But I still got a mutual tie with that person. So I had sex with that person time to time, and it keep me from having sex with, other random people. You know what I'm saying? But that'll be it. Like, it will never happen again, ever. It's over. You know what I'm saying? Now, I say maybe up until like the past 2 years, this girl Danielle been chasing me ever since. So from '08 all the way up until what 2022, because now she got a baby with another dude, and they doing their thing. So yeah, probably up to like the past 2, maybe 3 years, she been chasing me since we broke up. She knew she fucked up something good to where she chased me for like 15 years straight. You know what I'm saying? That shit crazy. But this is what happened when you a chosen one and somebody try and play with you. You know what I'm saying? Instead of doing what they supposed to do in a relationship, they go against you. You know what I'm saying? They try and slap you in the face. They try and make you seem like you a lame or something, and they can play with you. You know what I'm saying? And when they play with you, they get burnt by that fire. That's exactly what happened today. And she kept on trying to chase that high, being back with me, how things was when we was together. She kept chasing that high. She kept coming back, kept coming back. Even when I was in prison, she was writing me, sending me pictures, all type of shit. She didn't send me a couple dollars, all of that. Like, I'm in prison. You know what I'm saying? She's still trying to get me back. Like, she knew what she fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I don't do no refills. It's over. After that first go round, it's a wrap, baby. You know? My second relationship, my baby mama. I got with my baby mama a little after I got out of prison. So I was out of prison for maybe like a year and a half, something like that. Then I bumped into my baby mama, right? So I ain't been in a relationship since I was what, 19, all the way up until when I met my baby mama. I met my baby mama, I think I was like 27. You know what I'm saying? So I went like 8 years straight, no relationship. 4 of them was in prison. You know what I'm saying? So all right, here go relationship number two. You know what I'm saying? Good 8 years later, some shit like that. All right. Now, me and my baby mama, when we first met, I mean, I was digging her and everything, you know what I'm saying? But really, it was more so about the child she had. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what it is, but she was my savior. That first child saved my life for real. And I knew that when I first met them. You know what I'm saying? So when I first met them, I took them out on a date. The same day I met them, I'm like, hey, let's go out to eat. I want to, kick it with you. I'm like, bring your baby with you. Her baby was in a stroller. I was at a detail shop on 7 Mile in my hood, and she came walking up with a baby in the stroller. You know what I'm saying? So I get to talking to her. We swap numbers. I promise you, that very second she walked up on me with that baby in that stroller, I knew that child was mine. And I ain't had no kids or none of that. You know what I'm saying? I was straight player, all of that shit. But when this woman walked up on me with that kid, I knew that kid was mine. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this my kid, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had that feeling right off the rip. So we went out to eat probably like an hour or two later. You know what I'm saying? We sitting there eating and talking. And while we in the middle of talking, I just told her, mind you, this is the same day we met. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about my baby mama. The same day we met. Like I said, the first kid is not biologically mine. I took that one in. And this is how that happened. The first day I met them, I told her, while we sitting there eating, I told my baby mom, I'm like, look, that's my kid. You know what I'm saying? Flat out. She just bust out laughing, like, what the fuck you talking about? I'm like, that's my child. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I feel like, I'm being put here for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be a daddy to this child. She was just laughing at me. She thought I was trying to put down the plate, trying to get some ass out of her. You know what I'm saying? But honest to God, truth, it wasn't even about that. I real life felt like that for that child. I know that sounds crazy, but it was what it was. So after that, me and her, we got real tight. She always bringing the baby around me. You know what I'm saying? She trying to get me to change the baby diaper because she comfortable with me, being around the baby and shit like that. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? It took me like 2 months to even get used to the child like that, to even want to change her diaper. You know what I'm saying? But I was still claiming her the whole time. I'm feeding her, I'm playing with her, I'm doing all of that. I just wasn't changing her diaper because I wasn't really comfortable with that. So it took some time. You know what I'm saying? After that, by the time I really, got into the motion of being her daddy, which probably like good 3 months in, that I got with my baby mama and the baby, that's when I declared that me and her was in a relationship. I'm like, I'm a father to this child. This is my child. You know, me and you, we doing good. Boom, we together. You know what I'm saying? So that's how relationship number two happened. Now, with that, like I said, that first child is not mine. It's biologically mine, but I took that one in. Now, her thing was her baby daddy left her at the hospital type shit. So the kid don't know her daddy, never met her daddy. I was the first man she ever known. You know what I'm saying? So that was my child. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So anyway, 2 years go by. You know, me and her together, we raising this child every day. I wasn't no half daddy. I wasn't no weekend daddy. None of that. I was an everyday father, and still to this day, she is 9 years old now. You know what I'm saying? I came into her life when she was 6 months. She is 9 years old now, and I still have her every day. Same thing. You know. So anyway, all right. 2 years in, we didn't broke up to make up a few times. You know, I don't do that with nobody, but I only did that with her because we had a family. You know what I'm saying? So me and her will break up to make up. You know how you get into an argument. You know with who you with, shit like that. Well, we'll fall out for a couple months. You know, and then we get back together. So the rules be while we on break, don't come back with no kids or no STDs. You know what I'm saying? Now, whatever you doing, that's on you because I can't control you and you can't control me. So if we on break, free game to do what you gonna do. She always played it to me like she ain't never messed with nobody. She always at home. She always waiting on me to come back. She feel like it's me that need to go out here and fuck with some hoes and all this bullshit. So she always played this innocent role like she never did nothing while we was on break, you know. All right, whatever. So here it is 2 years later. Now we have a child together. This is my biological child 2 years later. So I have two daughters, a 9 year old and a 7 year old. You know what I'm saying? The 9 year old I took in, the 7 year old is mine. So that's how we got our two kids. Now, another, what, 2 years later, you know what I'm saying? So now we 4 years in. We get to arguing and fighting again. You know what I'm saying? Like, hard as hell. Again, we had a couple of little breakups to make us after the second child came too, you know, but it didn't last long. But this last argument, you know what I'm saying? We broke apart. We was broke apart for like 3 or 4 months. You know what I'm saying? By the time we get back together, she pregnant. What type of shit is that? You know what I'm saying? Then she trying to blame me for it. Like I said, you know, as a man, you had that feeling when you know it's your child. So when she had the second child, I knew that one was mine. You know what I'm saying? I felt that. I knew that was mine before she even dropped the baby and everything. I knew that one was mine. You know what I'm saying? And I did a blood test on that child and everything, and it is mine. Now the third child that she got pregnant with, like I said, when we went on this break and then we get back together, now she pregnant, you know. That third one, I knew it wasn't mine. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I be knowing, you know what I'm saying? It's a feeling that you just have as a man. You know what I'm saying? You should have that feeling just like women got their intuition, we got ours too. You know, we might not call it a man's intuition, but we got that same shit. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I knew that third child was mine. But she kept on trying to throw it on me. You know, she trying to play me with this, you know, we Bonnie and Clyde, you know, I never do you like that, blah, 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 all of this bullshit, you know. I'm like, dog, I know that's not my child. You know what I'm saying? I had to ride it out. We already got two kids together. You know what I'm saying? So, long story short on all that, she finally had the child. You know, when she had the child, I'm doing everything for that child just like my other kids. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know this is not my child. When the baby came out, the baby was bald head and dark skinned. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see me, my baby mama, light skin, long ass hair, green eyes. So where did this dark skinned bald head baby come from? I knew it wasn't mine. You know what I'm saying? I been knew that anyway, but when she dropped it, it was like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it make sense. So anyway, I had to deal with the shit. You know what I'm saying? I got my money right. A couple months later, I did a blood test on both of them kids, the second one and the third one, which the second one I knew was mine. You know what I'm saying? But the third one, I knew the third one wasn't mine, but I had to do a blood test to make sure. So I did a blood test on both of them at the same time. The second one came out 99%, which is my daughter. The third one came out 0%, which was a boy. And I knew that one wasn't mine. You know what I'm saying? Man, me and her literally had broke up maybe, let me see, we broke up that January. That was January of 2020. You know what I'm saying? We broke up that January. I had got the test done maybe like around May of 2020, a couple months later, you know. Me and her broke up right before that shit. And it was like she knew that we needed to break up because she knew that if I would have found out that it wasn't mine while we was together, me and her was gonna have a problem. So it was like she knew to start some shit with me to make me say, you know what, fuck you, we done. You know what I'm saying? And that shit worked because by the time I did the blood test, I was so detached from her. I didn't want an explanation or nothing. I was straight. I was just good with knowing it wasn't mine. You know what I'm saying? So what did I do? I made copies. I printed off a bunch of copies. Gave them to all her family members. You know what I'm saying? I gave them to her family members so they'd know, like, hey, if she run around telling y'all I'm the daddy in any of that bullshit, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Well, she called me talking about I betrayed her by making these copies of these, DNA tests and giving them to her people. She felt like I betrayed her. So her thing was to try and hurt me through my kids. She started mistreating them. Okay, you want to get to mistreating my kids, I'm gonna come after you. You know what I'm saying? So fast forward the tape a little bit on that. She did this for like a month straight. Just was straight terrorizing my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like half feeding them, not washing them up, leaving them with her grandparents while she go out and party and shit. You know, feeding them candy for breakfast. Like she was doing some hoe ass shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, cool. Now at that time, right before all that shit happened, I had bought my kids a phone. So I bought my kids their first phones that Christmas of 2019. So January of 2020, when me and her broke up, she was living with me at the time. But when we broke up, she took the kids with her and left. But my kids still had their phones that I bought them. You know what I'm saying? So they would call me all the time and they be telling me this shit. So after I put her out and she left, she went to go move back in with her grandparents. Now while she over there with the grandparents, they in their 70s and 80s. They old as hell. You know what I'm saying? She leaving my kids off on these grandparents and the third child that she done had. You know, because like I said, she going around talking about I betrayed her. So now she feel like she gonna mistreat the kids to get at me. Okay, cool. So this what she doing. Again, that shit only lasts like a good month. You know what I'm saying? And I got tired of that shit. So I made a call. I'm like, look, y'all either gonna give me the kids or I'm gonna come take them. That's just what the fuck is about to happen. You know what I'm saying? And all of her people know I don't play no motherfucking games. You know what I'm saying? So they called the kids up. They like, here, you can come get them. Yup. I pulled up. Everything was on Ring camera and everything. The whole family brought the kids out to me. You know what I'm saying? They gave me the kids. Like, here, there you go. I took my babies. You know what I'm saying? That was 2021. I had my kids since then. You know what I'm saying? It's 2024, I done had him 3.5 years, going on 4 years now. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't trade nothing for it. But after I had got my kids, my baby mama was cool with it. She like, hey, uh, you the better father. Well, you the better parent anyway. So, here. She signed them over to me. After I had got the kids, she signed them over to me. You know what I'm saying? All right. I've My thing was I'm not gonna put you on child support. I'm not no petty nigga. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping on that. Just keep your distance. You know, that's just what it been. She kept her distance the whole time. Cause the thing is if you're not gonna take care of the kids, stay away. And she wasn't on it. She was just trying to hurt their feelings. Through little whole shit over the time. I cut her off. I'm like, look, stay away from my kids. You know what I'm saying? So she don't call them, don't see them, none of that shit. And she ain't seen them since. You know what I'm saying? They didn't grew another 4 years older, and she haven't seen them since. But whatever, she doing her. I don't give a fuck. So that was relationship number 2. After that, what did she do? She tried to come back multiple times. She tried to get her family back. She trying to get her man back. Over and done. Trying to give me all the pussy in the world. Trying to give me all the head in the world. Trying to do whatever. Trying to win me back. No, ma'am. She tried this shit for like a whole year. You know what I'm saying? After we broke up. She just kept trying. It wasn't working. So she finally gave up. You know what I'm saying? She said, fuck it. And that was kind of wrapped up in her treating my kids wrong. Because she knew I was done with her. You know what I'm saying? That shit hurt her to her heart. You know what I'm saying? It hurt her. Like, damn, this nigga really gone. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a rider for her. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I never hit none of my women. I never did none of that type of shit. And she was the first woman I ever had kids with. You know what I'm saying? So that was my woman. Well, my one and only baby mama. You know what I'm saying? But that was my woman. So she felt like she could slide back in and get me, when she get off her bullshit. Smoke, baby. Smoked. You know what I'm saying? It hurt her to her feelings. Because literally, right after she left, when I put her on, she left and took the kids and all that shit. I came up that same day. I was fucked up the whole time I was with my baby mama. I was with my baby mama for 4 years. I was fucked up the whole time. She drained everything out of me. But I'm too busy trying to be a good man and a great father and all of that shit. This broad drained everything out of me. You know what I'm saying? No lie. And I still stood strong. You know what I'm saying? The same day she left, the same day her and the kids left. And the funny thing is, I was standing there in the driveway too, looking at her, watching her pull off. Like, straight up, like, oh, okay. This is how you playing the game. Okay. That same day I came up. My whole life changed that same motherfucking day. So this is a proven fact that sometimes you got to let that person go. No matter how much you love them, care about them, none of that, you got to let their ass go. Because they going to take more away from you than what you gaining. You got a whole blessing coming, but you can't get it because you won't let that person go. You know what I'm saying? And that was the honest to God truth. When I 100% let her go, my life changed that same exact day. No lie. And man, I went through the roof. And she seen me. She seen me. I didn't broadcast nothing to her. I didn't try and brag. I didn't come brag down her block trying to find her girls. None of that. She seen me. You know what I'm saying? She didn't caught me in traffic a couple of times. And that was 2020. And that year I was going through shit. You know what I'm saying? I had a new car every week. And I was all over the place. And man, she was just seeing me. She like, damn, this nigga done changed so much. I don't know what she was on, but when she seen the change up game, She was trying to get me back. Oh, so tough. I'm like, nah, we done, baby. That's long and gone, you know. And she wanted to start treating the kids left. Nah, I got on that edge. You know what I'm saying? So she tried to come back, you know, wasn't having it. On to the next. So after my baby mama, about a year later, about a year and a half later, I ran into another girl. So no, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Some months later, cause I broke up with my baby mama that January of 2020, and around that August of 2020, I had met another girl. So this was some months later down the line. You know, like I said, my life didn't turned around. I didn't band up. I didn't caught up on everything. Everything that I didn't lost, I didn't got back times 10. You know what I'm saying? And I'm out here going crazy for real. So while I'm turned up, you know what I'm saying, and living a good life and shit, I bumped into another girl, number three. I spoke on this yesterday about the hypergamy. You know what I'm saying? She was a hypergamy. So basically, I dated up when I met this girl. Her name was Ariel. This is relationship number three. Now, when I met Ariel, right? Now, like I said about the hypergamy, she had money. She was living her life and all of that. You know what I'm saying? We met on some supposed to be going to the gym shit, but she never ended up going to the gym. I was just going to the gym by myself. But me and her, we was together. We was doing our motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Well, what happened? She fucked it up. But before she fucked up everything, we had a damn good relationship. So we was friends for like 4 months. And then we was in a relationship for like 2 months. So altogether we had like 6 months in. But it was a damn good 6 months, you know what I'm saying? Until she fucked it up. So within the first couple of weeks, we vibing so tough where I'm at her crib every day. You know what I'm saying? I got my own crib, she got her own crib, but I'm at her crib every day. I'm not even at my house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even gonna lie. It got down to a point when I started moving my shit in her house. You know what I'm saying? But nothing wrong with my house, none of my utilities off, none of that. I just started moving shit out my house to her house. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my shit. I had two cribs. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and her was like that. So it was around no, it was. It was the very first of the year. So from August all the way August of 2020 all the way up till January 1st of 2021, we was friends. But on New Year's Day of 2021, I declared us in a relationship. We was doing so good. Everything was on point. Again, with her moms and all of them, I'm good with all of them. You know, like it was love all over again. You know what I'm saying? And this time I'm doing it with somebody that actually got money. My other two relationships, them girls was broke. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I didn't met other women that had money and was doing shit like that, but I wasn't in no relationship with them. This is strictly about the relationships that I was in. So with her, she had money. You know what I'm saying? So that relationship was fun. I mean, it was spontaneous, you know what I'm saying, on both ends. You know, like it was a good thing. I was sleeping at her crib every day. You know what I'm saying? I go check on my crib probably like once a week. You know, like no motherfucking lie. And if anything, I should have been at my house because I was staying in Detroit at the time. And you know, it was always some shit popping out there. She's staying out in the suburbs, but I'm out there at her crib with her. Like that's just how good we was. It was amazing. You know what I'm saying? It was a damn good relationship, you know. But like always, it's always something. So she figured that I was too good to be true. So what she do? She put a damn tracker on my phone. She tracking me everywhere I go. I didn't know this at the time. You know what I'm saying? So long story short on how all that happened, Basically, at that time, the iPhone 11 was the new iPhone. Now, I didn't have an iPhone because I don't fuck with iPhones like that. Like that ain't my thing. I'm not big on phones. All I do on my phone is little Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Check Instagram here and there. And YouTube videos, shit like that. Before I started doing this shit, you know what I'm saying? That's all I do on my phone. So I'm a dinosaur with all that technology shit. You know what I'm saying? So I really didn't care for it. It didn't bother me. I was cool. Well, she ended up telling me she can get that iPhone 11 for me right now for $30 on her plan, and my phone bill only be $30 a month. I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Shit, for the brand new iPhone for $30, hell yeah. And my bill only $30 a month. So I kept my Android and I had the iPhone. So I was paying both of my bills. You know what I'm saying? I just had two phones. Well, that's how she was tracking me through the iPhone. I didn't know nothing about having your location on and all that. I didn't know nothing about this shit. So basically, I just used the iPhone to like FaceTime her, shit like that. I didn't, go all through the iPhone and see what was what. I ain't know none of this shit. It was just cool to just have a damn iPhone, like whatever. Well, that's all it was for, was to track me, to see where I was at. So she gave me that phone for like right after Christmas, something like that, like right after Christmas, right before New Year. Somewhere around there, the phone came in the mail. Boom, here go my iPhone 11. It was red. I never forget it. That motherfucker was sweet as hell. And it was the downfall of our relationship. So Reese life, what's the deal? What's that word? But yeah, that iPhone. So she was tracking my location. She was trying to catch me up so bad. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't cheating on her or none of that shit. But she just knew that our relationship was too perfect. So she knew I was fucking around. She knew I was secretly married or something. She just knew it was something. You know what I'm saying? So she started coming at me talking about, well, what was you doing over here? It's such and such. Like, fucking dropping addresses. You know what I'm saying? To shit. I'm like, type of shit you on? And at the time, I was still independent, buying and selling cars and shit like that. But I also was doing third party on the side too. So I was doing like the DoorDash, the Grubhub, the Uber Eats, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Well, she knew that. She knew I was side hustling too. But she called herself trying to know my schedule so much. She like, well, I know you at this time you wasn't doing no DoorDash, so what was you doing over there? What was you doing there? I'm like, if you look at that address, it's a damn restaurant. Like before she could do her homework, she could come at me with these addresses. Like, what was you doing over here? Like, motherfucker, what are you talking about? And it didn't dawn on me for a minute. Like, how the fuck she know where I be at? You know what I'm saying? So I was at the salon one day. At the time I was going to the salon to get my hair did. So I'm at a salon and my stylist was my homie. She been braiding my hair for years. You know what I'm saying? So me and her, we just be talking about everyday life shit. Like she my homie. So I was telling her about my girl, she knew about my girl and all of that shit, right? Well, I came in one day and I was telling her, I'm like, dog, this girl keep on tracking me. She know my locations and all type of shit. Like, how the fuck do she know where I be at? You know what I'm saying? And she knew about the iPhone and all because I told her about it. She knew about all that. So she like, let me see that iPhone. I gave it to her. She went and checked it. She like, shit, this how she know where you be at. She got your location. I'm like, what? I ain't knew nothing about this shit. You know what I'm saying? She like, not only she sharing your location, she not sharing her location with you. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know nothing about all that iPhone world, but I knew her not sharing her location with me is basically meaning that she being slick. You know what I'm saying? What I do? I called her to my crib. Yeah, come pull up. I need to kick it with you. She came over. I dumped her ass. I handed her back her iPhone, told her we done. You know what I'm saying? She was so hurt, crying all type of shit. You know, she was sick. She didn't think she was gonna get caught because she knew that I was a dinosaur with them phones. You know what I'm saying? But you keep on dropping locations, playing with me. Now I gotta find out how the fuck you know where I be at. And why are you on it? You know what I'm saying? I'm not cheating on you, so what type of shit you on anyway? You know? Man, listen. I'm glad my stylist told me. You know what I'm saying? And I broke up with girl and that was it. So that's how my third relationship ended. She was tracking the fuck out of me, and she was just all up my tail trying to catch me on something when the whole time it was her. You know what I'm saying? She was on that fuck shit. Goku 20015. What's the deal, baby? Hey, you was the one that requested the hypergamy. I had dropped that yesterday, so I hope you had watched it. That was for you, man. Shout out to Goku 20015. Go subscribe to his channel. All right. Now, that's what ended our relationship. You know, she just knew she had something on me. The whole time she was the one that was being slick. So after me and her broke up, she jumped on Facebook probably like a month later, where she on there talking about she got a new dude and he do this and that, and she don't know what she was thinking with her ex and all of that, trying to diss me. Nah, dog, you don't diss me. You know what I'm saying? Especially not on the internet. Like, you trying to diss me on the internet, like, that's weak as hell. And you know the relationship that we had, when I did the fucking most, and you trying to diss me, trying to downplay me because you with a new nigga or whatever. And you didn't got with a new nigga that quick. What is that telling me? You already had that plan. Well, evidently, her and dude didn't work out. So what she do? Come barking up my tree, trying to get back. She realized I was the best thing she had. Chosen ones. They always come back. Let their ass go. They gonna come back. No matter how tough they talk, no matter what they act like or what they say, that shit be a facade. Cause she was on Facebook acting a fool, acting like her and her dude was doing the most. She never posted one picture of this guy, but she always was talking about him every day. And I just be in the cut, just looking at this shit on my phone, like, oh shit, that's what's up, whatever. I never commented. I never did no sneak dish and shit. I never went trying to look for the dude. I never went and stalked her. None of that. I kept it player. I moved right the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? What she do? Like I said, I guess her and dog went left or whatever, and she tried to spin the block on me. Nah, baby, we done. I don't do number twos. I don't do refills. You get one sip of this cup. After that, juice is out, baby. You will never get another cup of this. It's over. Again, I done fucked her a few times after that. Sure did. Sure the fuck did. But that's all it was. When beforehand we would fuck and we be cuddling all in love, I get up and cook her something, do some shit for her around the house. She had little dogs. I would take them out, go walk them, make sure they do what they supposed to do, get their airtime out, all of that. You know what I'm saying? When me and her broke up, we wasn't doing none of that. I'd come over, I'd fuck and leave. Treat her just like a prostitute or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And man, she hated that shit. She tried to wiggle out that situation like, oh, we ain't doing that no more. We need to start going out and all of this shit. No, we not going out. We ain't never doing that again. That's over. You thought you was gonna try and reel me in by trying to give me some pussy and thinking that we was gonna get back together. Nah, baby, it's over. You killed that. It's done. You know what I'm saying? It's done. You can let another nigga bust your yam, like my man's MABW be saying. You let another nigga bust your yam. Now you trying to run back over here. No, baby. I'm going to do the same thing he did, and I'm going to move right on along. Because that's what I do. I shut the door. I don't play no games with you. You know what I'm saying? And I shut that door on her. We broke up March of 2021. I declared our relationship January of 2021. By March of 2021, we was broke up. We only had a good 6-month run, but we did a whole lot in that 6 months for real. Anyway, when we broke up, that was that. It's 2024. She's still on my line. 3 years later, she's still on my line. Still trying to get me to get back with her. Still trying to get me to do little shit. She'll just text me like, can you come cut my grass? I hold her. Nah, I ain't coming over there. I'm not doing it. I mean, she is hurt still to this day. And that's on my kids. I ain't lying about shit. Still to this day, she trying to get me back. No, baby. I'm good. We done. You know what I'm saying? You fucked that up. It's over with. I can't do nothing for that. Chosen ones. They always come back. But when they come back, play them exactly how they played themselves. Leave them right where they stand. Sometimes people got to learn the hard way. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't give them that tough love, they ain't going to never learn. They going to do the next person like that and the next person like that. But when you the one that give them that tough love, you know what happened? They always remember that. They be like, damn, that person was real as hell. That motherfucker stood on business. So I know if I run into somebody else like that person, I know not to play with them. I don't never want to lose that again. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to be the next person's teacher. You definitely supposed to be your own teacher. But sometimes you got to be somebody else's teacher as well. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of life. We all help each other. We heal each other. We teach each other. In this scenario, I had to teach her. You don't play with a good one like that. Because chosen ones don't come around you every day. You know what I'm saying? And you had one. And you killed it. And again, still to this day, that woman is still chasing after me. Still to this day. Current day. No lie. She plays scam on my phone, all type of shit. I had to block her on Facebook because she just kept on inboxing me. You know what I'm saying? I blocked her on Facebook. I didn't even know she still had my phone number. Again, we broke up 3 years ago. I still got the same phone number, but I didn't know she was still, like kept my number or whatever. I blocked her ass on Facebook some months ago. She started texting my line. Me and her ain't text on the phone since we broke up. Any interaction we ever had was always on Facebook Messenger. I blocked her ass on Facebook a couple of months ago. She got the text in my phone. Just to show you she still got my number. Like, she still hurt to this day. Still trying to get back with me. Now she be texting me. Because she know that she can't inbox me no more. Because I blocked her. You know what I'm saying? And I blocked her because she always be blocking me. Like, she'll jump in my inbox. We be talking. If I say something she don't like, she'll block me. Okay, whatever. Then they'll block me just to unblock me. You know what I'm saying? To unblock me, I don't know, maybe a month later, then jump back in my inbox again. I say something she don't like again, she blocked me again. Oh, okay. So I'm like, this is what we gonna do. I'm like, if she unblock me again, I'm gonna block her ass. So that way she can't unblock me and play with me no more. And that's exactly what happened. I just so happened to be scrolling on my Facebook one day. And me and her, we not Facebook friends. It's just, she just be inboxing me. Well, I'm scrolling one day. Something told me to go ahead and jump in my messenger and block her ass. Jumped in my messenger, pulled up her page, blocked her. Maybe 2 weeks later, she takes my phone. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. She got to texting me. Cause she knew that she couldn't hit me up on Messenger no more. So she get to text me. Bitch, you still got my number? Like, damn, going on about your life. You know what I'm saying? But this just go to show that when people lose the best thing they had, they'll do anything to try and get it back. But by then, it's too far gone, baby. It's over. We long gone over with. That would never happen again, ever. None of that. What I used to do for you, that would never happen again. You lost it. Just hopefully, if you get another one, you treat him right. And that goes to all my exes. Fuck all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I ain't had that many relationships, but for the ones I did, they all know they fucked it up. Now, as far as, like side bitches and, little shit like that, like that shit don't count. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about real relationships. Like, yeah, some of my side chicks didn't cut me off or whatever. I don't care. That was a side chick. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about real relationships. Nah, I chopped all of them off and all of them tried to come back. So to all the chosen ones, you know better, you know who you is, cut that person off. It'll level you up. When you close that door, God gonna open another door, and that next door that open is gonna be way bigger and better than what you closed the door on in the first place. It's the reality and it's the truth. To all your exes, they are exes for a reason. That's why they call exes. Leave them right where they at. They are an ex. They no longer exist. They came and went. Keep it right there. It's been another live stream or roll up a pull up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured.